All praise is due to Allah, who has united the hearts of the believers in Islam, and has made it an obligation to remain united, and has made it forbidden to become separated in His clear book. I bear witness that there is nothing worthy of worship except Allah, who guides to the straight path whom He wills, and I bear witness that our leader Muhammad is His messenger, and the best caller to the way that is straight. O Allah, send your prayers and your peace upon our leader Muhammad and upon his family and upon his companions, whose hearts were united and whose souls were educated, so that they became victorious leaders. And what follows thereafter, O believers of Allah, I advise you as well as I advise myself to first have the proper regard for Allah and thereafter be obedient to Him. Dear believers, I greet you with the universal greetings of peace. Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be with you. We are working our way through the Rabbana du'ās, and we are on number 14. And this one says, Our Lord, indeed those who you commit to the fire shall be completely disgraced, and the wrongdoers shall have no helpers. Now, for many of us, these conversations or these statements in the Quran that are that discuss hellfire and discuss punishment, they do something to us. For some, based on our experiences, based on our life, based on how we were socialized in the religion, we see these heavy du'ās or these heavy statements in the Quran, and we think about how our Creator is. We don't see His mercy, we don't see His kindness, we don't see His love, and it causes us pain in our hearts because sometimes those that we listen to, those that we take knowledge from, engage only in the I would say scared tactics of the religion, the scared straight aspects of the religion. But when we look at this du'a, we have to look at it in the context of this is at the completion. This is discussing someone who has completed their life, who has served the time that was appointed for them by their Creator. So this is not just some moment in time that this individual arrived at, the one who's committed to the fire, the one who's going to the hellfire. This is not something that they just happen to arrive at by chance or because Allah, their Creator, did not give them every opportunity to achieve paradise. So this becomes a choice. The reason that they are at this point and they will be completely disgraced is because they consciously made the choice to not follow everything that Allah has provided for them. Not embrace the mercy, not embrace the love, not embrace the wisdom, the guidance that Allah has made available to them. And so it says that they will be completely disgraced. And for us, when we think about this idea of being disgraced, we think about how others may judge us, how others may see us, that maybe if I've done something secretly and now it's out in the open and my name is tarnished, my reputation is tarnished, and so I feel disgraced. So I feel down, I'm embarrassed. But this is different. When it comes time to the day of judgment, when it comes time to be held accountable for your actions or your inactions, it's you and your Creator. And this idea of being completely disgraced is something that only you are going to experience. Only you are going to have knowledge of that. No one else will be concerned with what's going on with you. And so it says they will be completely disgraced, meaning that there is nothing that can redeem them in that moment except for the will of Allah. And so it says that the wrongdoers those who did not fully apply themselves, those who consciously made a choice to live outside of what was prescribed for them. They will have no helpers. And this is, when we discuss this, or when we look at this, the Quran often talks about those who associate partners with Allah, those who turn to other things, those who turn to others to help them to be better, and they pray to these things, and they take this energy for worship and they give it to these things. Allah is saying that whatever it was that they worship is not going to help them from what they have earned for themselves. So this is not for us to get worked up and think that Allah doesn't love me, Allah doesn't care for me. This is just Allah addressing this specific instance in the Quran, where it says, "Our Lord, indeed those who you commit to the fire will be completely disgraced, and the wrongdoers shall have no helpers." This is a warning for us. And that's what the Quran is. It is a mercy and it is a warning. أقول هذا واستغفر لي ولكم والحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. So imagine you lived your life and you had the opportunity. You had everything that everyone else had, every capacity for success that everyone had. But you made the choice to not do the things that were going to help you be successful. You thought that because in this life it was more socially acceptable for you to turn to something other than your Creator for help. That maybe your friends, maybe your associations, maybe your race, maybe your political affiliations, they weighed so heavy, they were so high in your life that you thought that I'm gonna forsake what my Creator asked me to do, so that I can have the approval of my peers, the approval of those who live and shall die just like I do. So I turn my back on my Creator. I don't pray. I don't give in charity. I'm not kind to others. I'm not turning to my Creator for forgiveness because maybe I'm too busy. Maybe I'm making enough money. Maybe I'm rising high enough in rank. Maybe everyone likes me and everybody likes me for who I am, the way that I am, because I'm not causing any discomfort with them. I'm not making them feel uncomfortable because I'm going along with the bad decisions that they're making. And maybe in this life, maybe as I live and I get into some trouble or something happens to me, these people, they help me out, and so I have this affinity towards them. And they push me along, and they guide me along in my career, and they guide me along in life, but they're not leading me, they're not walking with me, they're not helping me get closer to my Creator. They're actually moving me away. And so I put all my faith, I put all my stock, I put all my hope in this person, in this thing that's not my Creator. And that's how I live my life, choosing not to engage in my religion because maybe it's hard for me to get away from these individuals so that I can go pray. Maybe if I put a little more money in the stock market, I'll make it. Maybe I buy some lottery tickets, I'll make it. So I'm not going to give zakat. I'm not going to give in charity to those who are in need because maybe I need it a little bit more. And maybe there's something or someone that I'm totally focused on, and maybe I'm praying to that. Maybe it's not a law that I'm praying to. And I'm associating partners with my Creator because I feel that this thing is going to help me. That it's better for me to engage in this particular activity because it's going to help me and it's something tangible that I can see. I can see the benefit that I get because of these people. I can see the benefit that I get from this job. I can see the benefit that I get from these associations. But I can't immediately see what my Creator has for me in this moment. And this Rabbana, this du'a, it's from the same few verses and we talked about last week, where it was these people of reason were the ones who made this Rabbana, those who think, those who reflect, those who comprehend, who have an understanding. So this same group of people, they were making this Rabbana as well. They made this du'a, or this statement as well. And it was an observation. They had enough common sense to make the observation that indeed those who you commit to hell will be completely disgraced. That those who Allah sent to the hellfire because they didn't make the right choices will be completely disgraced. And these same people of reason, these same people who comprehend, these same people who have some sense of understanding, knew that those things that they prayed to, those things that they focused their attention on, would not help them. And so that Rabbana that was also mentioned by those people of reason, who stated that the creation was not made for nothing, that it was not made without a purpose. Those same individuals, they made the Rabbana that said, "Our Lord, indeed, those who you commit to the fire shall be completely disgraced, and the wrongdoers shall not have any helpers." ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا تقبل منا إنك السميع العليم إن صلاتي ونسكي ومحياي ومماتي لله رب العالمين لا شريك له بذلك أمرت وأنا المسلمين الحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.